Grand Slam track, we've got the long sprints. Now, on the men's side, we're diving in with a few long sprinters. We saw some changes. Steven Gardner is in here. He's replacing Quincy Hall as a racer, but we still have, for the most part, pretty high quality field between Matthew Hudson Smith, Steven Gardner, Dream Richards. So who are you looking at as the top three? We saw Matthew Hudson Smith. He won in Kingston for the long sprints, the 400, 200. Who do you think is going to take the top spot here? Does he retain it, or does someone else take that title? What do we think?
This field is a toss-up in a different way because
Mm,
we have two guys in the field, but one specifically who actually is fast in the 200.
mm.
Because the long sprints group, deceptively speaking, is really a 400-meter group. That's what it is.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just code named as something else. So as a result, since it's the 400-meter group, then you put a guy who can run the 200 under 20 in that group.
Like well under 20.
Like now we've kind of blown up the group because we just handed him 12 points because Ogando don't have to give, that's his name, for the record. In case you were not paying attention, Alexander Ogando. You reminded me because I forgot. He's been in every single final from 2022 to 2024 on the world stage. Every single one. He may not be
Hmm.
in the front, but he was there. And that
Yep.
matters. So as a result, considering we're competing, ain't nobody here beating him. Nobody, none whatsoever. So that's 12 points in the bank for him. And I'm even throwing it out. We got another challenger, Ryan Zeze of France. Or Zeze, or forgive me if I said it wrong. Comment section, let
Yeah,
me know. I mean, I looked it up. Like, he's technically a 200 runner. And
yeah,
he's
yeah.
better in the one than he is in the four. If we're going off
Much.
world athletics and what they think about his personal best. But he's here. So I'd say if we're going off of that, like, unless he's just out of shape, because Jareem Richards, he was a 200 runner. I don't think he is anymore. I think
Mm,
he was in terms of like what he was putting down.
yeah,
But
the
these
19
guys, they've
seconds and
been
all that.
doing this recently.
That's true. That's true.
So I'd
Yeah.
say in the two, we've got 12 and 8 points going away, or it's
Mm.
supposed to go away. So as
Supposed to on paper.
so now it's like, and Ogano is fast enough in the four to
Yeah.
not
That
be in the bottom two if things go his way. So it's like he's going to be in the top three. Ogando's going to be in the top three when this is done.
yeah, because
They not
like
so
you
much,
said,
but Ogando's
yeah,
going to be
Zeze
in the
is
top three.
questionable. Yeah, Alex Ogando, he has 12 points on the board. Done. So at minimum, it's like, yeah, he's getting third place. Then after that, that's where you start to figure things out. Zeze, who knows what Ryan could actually do there. I mean, also, I wouldn't sleep on someone like Steven Gardner. At least I'll shut him out in the two because he does have, I think he's around 19.7 in the 200. This is some years back, but he
Okay.
actually does. But it was like a one off. I don't think he's been as consistent enough. Um, so there's some there, but he recently ran like 20.6, I think, last weekend or something like that. So yeah, he hasn't run fast in a while. But I think when we look at the four, Alex, he can be in that mix, but then you have Matthew Hudson Smith. Then you have Bryce Deadman. Bryce Deadman just came off running what 44.3.
Yeah, but that time
So
is not the world lead anymore. It was only
it's not,
for like a few
it,
days, and then
true,
by the
true,
time we
true.
hit Tom Jones and all of that, that was shot.
Yeah.
So like, I want to pick him. Like, I want to pick him in my three, but all conventional wisdom tells me do not. So like I'll say, I'm rooting for you, and please
Mm,
prove me wrong. That's how I'll say it. So I think I'm putting Ogando second. Like
mm.
when it all hits the boards, I think he's second. And you know what? You said Bryce Deadman, but considering Ja'Cory Patterson just ran faster, and I know he can run the
Oh,
two.
oh, that's a good point. Yeah. Don't forget his days in the
Ooh.
NCAA. He was kind of
So
real good.
here's my three. Matthew Hudson Smith, keep it from what he just did before. Alex Ogando and Ja'Cory Patterson. That's my three.
Oh, okay. That
Because
that's
Ja'Cory
ooh,
Patterson's
that's
hungry.
good. That's good. Yeah, he's hungry, and we know that he's in shape.
He's a new world
Yeah,
lead in the four, right?
and he's one of those. Yeah, or yeah, and he's one of those guys who doesn't have a contract. Like he's
Yeah.
probably running for a contract, like
And money.
and
And
money.
like that 100,000 would make a huge difference
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
for
yeah.
his year. Like
That's true.
compared to if he gets 10,000.
That's
Like
true.
it would be worlds apart.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
for that reason,
Okay,
like even if he get third, that's a big deal for him. If
that's
he
a big
gets
deal.
second, that's a big deal. So Ja'Cory Patterson wants to be first.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
Grand Slam track, this meet for him is a big deal. So I'm just gonna throw it at the board and see what sticks. I'm calling Ja'Cory Patterson, Alex Ogando, Matthew Hudson Smith in that order.
Ooh, okay. So that's a wow. So I'm gonna go Matthew Hudson Smith. I'm gonna go Ja'Cory Patterson, then Alex Ogando. With Dream Richards is my wild card because I feel like he can do well enough in the 2 and the 4 to like really show something. But yeah, Matthew,
I mean,
Ja'Cory, and then Alex.
if you're giving me a wild card, then I'm gonna just go on straight allegiance, Bryce Deadman.
That's fair.
Even though I ain't gonna lie to you, I don't know if all the numbers are in his favor, but on straight allegiance, I'm pulling. I'm with you.
You're
But
pulling Bryce Sedman.
but
So I mean, if we want to take a look from, because speaking of Ja'Cory Patterson at Tom Jones, I think he finished second place overall to I forget who it was. It was Chris Robinson, who's in
okay.
here, but who's running the 400 hurdles as a challenger. So we can take a look at those long hurdles where we have a similar field actually. We have, same racers, Alessandro Santos, Caleb Dean, Rashawn Clark, but now we add in Chris Robinson, who actually ran 44-1 in the 400. You have a couple other guys. Trevor Bassett is in here. So what do you think about that field, the men's long hurdles?
This is another one where I can actually call it straight up. Allison Dos Santos, Chris Robinson, Caleb Dean in that order. Caleb Dean
That's
is too
fair.
fast to not to like be not competitive in the four. He just has to put together a good 400 hurdle race. Like that's really the hardest
Mm,
part of this for him. Chris Robinson is hungry. We know this. And so
yeah,
you just pointed out that because I thought Patterson had the lead and Chris Robinson technically had it. So there you go. Again, the hungry athletes, GST is an amazing stage for them.
yeah,
Like
that's
the
the
ones
thing.
who don't have the table set at all, they're bringing their appetite. They're bringing the silverware. They're bringing the rotisserie chicken if they have to.
They really get
Like
everything.
they're like, yo, look, as long as they're at the table, I'm good. Whereas other people, like, they not even coming to the table till they see the Thanksgiving dinner and everything laid
Right?
out. So those are the ones who ain't here yet. So for that reason, but I don't pick against Dos Santos. I don't. So
Yeah, no,
Alison Dos
no,
Santos, you're one until otherwise stated. He's not Sydney. He's not. But in this field, he's like in a how put it, if she's a 10, he's like an 8. But I still don't see
basically,
no other eights in this field.
basically.
Um, or even an 8.5. So, I mean, he's in a world where there's two nines in the game with him.
Hmm.
And
Yeah,
then, yeah, I'm going, yeah, that's it. Chris
that's your
Robinson,
three.
Caleb Dean. But again, it's for him, for Caleb, it's the speed. Because remember, he
Mm.
ran the 60 hurdles too. This man ran the 60.
True. That's
He
true.
was the
He's an
NCAA indoor
NCAA
finalist
indoor
for the
champ.
Open 60,
Oh yeah, finalist in Open 60, NCAA champion in the
champion of
60
60
hurdles.
hurdles.
He did
Yeah,
both.
yeah, yeah,
That
yeah.
that's true. I forgot. I actually forgot he was in the Open 60.
Yeah, people like him need team track, unfortunately,
Oof.
because we need to be
Wow.
able to see what he can do across all the events, and they won't let us.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. No, that's fair. That's fair. I have the same top three. Like Alison Dos Santos, Chris Robinson, Caleb Dean. Like Chris Robinson, just like with Ja'Cory Patterson, like he doesn't have a contract. He's running for. He is trying to show up now, obviously to get that money, but to prove to whoever's out there watching, like, yo, I deserve a contract. I deserve to be like in this mix. And like in the 400 hurdles, obviously he has a world lead in the 400 now, but like he got fourth place at the Olympic trials last year. He literally got edged out by Trevor Bassett. So he has the ability to be one of those guys here in the 400 hurdles. And I think this is set up perfectly for him. But yeah, no one is touching Alison Dos Santos. Like we saw what he can do. It's like
Yeah,
foregone.
I mean, no, shout out to the rest of the field. Don't get me wrong.
Of course, of course.
I'm not saying like trying to like disrespect them. It's just when I look at the numbers, I have real reasons to take all three of those names ahead of y'all, and you can prove me wrong. Hey, I'll be there. You can say it to my face. But I mean, like I'm just going off of the past logic. And Dos Santos won the four for the record. He did.
Yeah, he won
So
both.
I mean, hey, you want to beat him, you gotta do it.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is.
Yeah.
So
So
yeah, I mean, last one. I mean, I think the men's short hurdles. Now this one is, I think, just as tricky. We saw it in Kingston. It was
yeah.
all kinds of ups and downs, similar to the women's short hurdles, where the okay, cool. The 110-meter hurdles, we know what they can do there, but the 100 is like almost like a toss up. But now we have some other names in here. We got Trey Cunningham. He's actually the world leader in the 110 hurdles right now. Actually, just beat out Grant Holloway. at Tom Jones. So
Huge, huge victory. Yeah.
that was big. That was big. Dylan Beard is coming back. He won the 110 hurdles at Grand Slam in Kingston. So we have some names who are kind of like mixing things up here.
Because the hurdles are still a mixed bag, but like, how put it? We know Cunningham is talented in the hurdles. I don't have confidence in his flat speed.
Mm,
Like, I feel like he's a hurdler.
he's a hurdler. He's
And
run I think he ran 10-2 or 10-3 last year from what I
I'm looking it
remember.
up. Like this time I want homework. I'm like I want real numbers, but like I don't
Yeah.
have any evidence.
No, that's fair. I mean
And
it's true.
personal
Like
best in the 60, he ran 6.6 in the 60, 6.67 for what
okay,
it's
that's actually
worth,
pretty good.
and
It's not too bad.
21 in the 200. He has
Uh
no open 100s allegedly on World Athletics. None.
okay. You know what it was? He ran last year in Atlanta, but it was at that street meet, and I don't think any of those marks count. And that was kind of like a wonky track. So that probably doesn't actually count. But I mean, 6'6" is it's not too bad. But I don't think it gives any clear indication of like, all right, this guy is he's separating himself for the rest of
Yeah,
the
I
field in the
mean,
100.
Dylan Beard just got a taste of the slam, so he's going to be in my top three for what it is because we saw that he was able to come back
Yeah.
through that one and still be rolling. And he runs the 110 hurdles competitively. Every race for him is a big race.
Oh yeah.
Like the way
He's
he
one of those
competes,
guys.
it feels like he's trying. Sasha Zoya got to be in your top three because we just saw what he did.
I mean, yeah.
You
He
got to.
literally he did it. So
And the only way Freddie Crittenden and Daniel Roberts come out high on the point scores is they got to win the hurdles.
they have to.
Like they can't be
And
third; they have to win it.
yeah,
And no disrespect, I'm not taking Freddie Crittenden to be Daniel Roberts.
nah.
No, I'm
Nah.
not in like from everything I've seen until now, I don't. So
Yeah.
I'd say in this order, I'm going. Hmm.
What do you
Sasha
think?
Zoya could get knocked down the third, or like he could lose the slam, but like I don't think he's getting less than second in the 100.
No. Yeah, no way.
So for that reason, in the hurdles is where you have to get him.
Hmm.
So if you get where we are in the year, I mean, because like okay, Trey Cunningham, like in the 100, what's he gonna get? Like fourth, fifth?
I mean, it honestly, outside of Sasha, I think it could be a toss up. He can get second, he can get eighth. I don't know. That's a thing. That's a thing
I
with
don't think
these
he's getting
fields.
eighth.
I mean,
No,
probably not, but I mean, it's just like
not with
it's a
this
toss
field.
up. I think Trey will probably finish higher in the 100. I think he'll do pretty well in the 100.
Well,
But
okay. Well, we gotta pick
yeah.
our three. So I'm for my purposes, because everybody
Yeah.
had their reasons. For
Yeah,
my
what do you think?
reasons, I'm going in this order: Dylan Beard, Sasha Zoya, Daniel Roberts.
Oh, okay.
Because I think Daniel Roberts is gonna pull a good hurdle race out.
Think he'll pull a good one. Okay, I can't be mad at that three. I think for me, I'm gonna go Sasha to win it again. I'll go Dylan. Actually, no, I'm gonna go Sasha. I'm gonna go Trey Cunningham, and then I'll go Dylan Beard for third. Because I think my only thing with Freddie and Freddie and Daniel, I just remembered it. They're both running in China this weekend, and then they're coming back over to Miami. So I don't know with the travel. I'm sure they'll be ready. Like they're professionals. They have no choice but to be ready. But I just think someone like Trey, who's just coming straight from Tom Jones over, going
Yeah,
to
yeah.
Miami.
He's a
Like
yeah.
I just think those little things are probably gonna like and Dylan Beard, he's running for Walmart right now. Like he needs the money. He wants to keep winning that money to like,
Well,
I don't know, pay off everything. Like pay off
I
his bills and
mean,
stuff.
hey, a lot. Well, I mean, a lot of us do, but I mean, but I hear you though. I hear you. I mean, all I could say is when I look at the names, I mean, it's just I go back to where I'm drawn. Dylan Beard has shown that he's unafraid to compete. You have to understand this man opens his season running at like Clemson. He don't care
Mm,
for where he's at in the game. A lot of this, will we go to the Diamond League and will we go over here and will I no show? He ain't none of that. He ain't got time for that.
yeah, yeah,
He don't
yeah.
got time for that. He come in the game and it'd be like, okay, when did the meet start this year? Where are we going this
It-
week?
yep, yep.
We gonna race. That's what he does. And for the most part, he races well everywhere he goes. the thing is, he's American and making teams in the hurdles. Because especially when Grant Holloway says he's showing up indoors,
Yep.
I mean, there's always a spot that doesn't exist for
Yeah.
everybody else. Like it's now you're chasing two spots. And for World Indoors, it was one spot because only sent two
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
So
Literally.
like it's not his fault that like the way the game is set up, the spot that he could win, like he got what? He got third, right? At
Yeah.
USA's, right? USA
Yeah.
Indoor.
USA's. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
like I'm saying because the hurdles is a very different bag than what we get in the short sprints. So, but yeah, you can't go off of that alone. So yeah, I'm saying I'm calling it. Like I'm gonna stick by my guns. I got for my purposes, I have yeah, for my purposes, I think I got Dylan Beard to win it.
Okay. Yeah. I'm not mad at that. I think, yeah, I think toss up. I'm going Sasha, but I think Dylan, Sasha, I feel the most confident about. But yeah, we'll kind of we'll see how these things play out. But yeah. My name is Anderson from the final leg.
And I'm Coach Rob from SCA Track and Field. And thank you for watching this segment from the finish line.
If you want to know what's really going on at the high school and college level, be sure to subscribe to Coach Rob Track and Field.
And if you want more content on the best track and field athletes in the world, be sure to subscribe to the final leg.